Good evening, guys. It's been a while since I've done a trade review video and just kind of a roundup of what's been going on in the markets. So I just thought I would start off with how I've been getting on and what I've been getting up to lately. So great news. I am going to be talking on TEDx in April, which is absolutely awesome. I'm so happy to be talking around, like-minded people and hopefully, give some advice to those individuals that are looking to really kind of progress into their own businesses and, really kind of grab some motivation from my videos. So I'm really excited to be doing that. I'll be doing that in April. So I'm looking forward to updating you on exactly what I'll be talking about closer to the time. Lucky for us, we got featured in H edition. Absolutely overwhelming to be sat next to Professor Stephen Hawking's, on the website at the top here. I mean, absolutely fantastic to get such recognition from these guys. Following my career at Samuel Co Trading and my FX trading, and a little bit more about what we've been doing, and full on interview. Absolutely fantastic read. So if you want to have a read, go over to hfusionmediagroup.com and it'll be at the top there for Samuel Co Trading. Talks about us trading and also talks more about my career and also us working ahead on the yield coin, which again is going absolutely amazing. We've been planning for this big event that we've got coming up, the 2018 London Forex and Crypto Talk Show. Really looking forward to that as well. Should be a very, very busy evening. So on the talk show, we're going to have an FX panel in London answering questions about the markets. And we're going to have a crypto panel too that will be going on about more of the risks in the market, what's going on, what should crypto traders be looking out for in 2018 and things like that. So if you haven't, make sure that you do jump onto our Telegram group with over 1,000 traders in that group now. And just request more information of how to register for the event. It's free again. And absolutely fantastic. So that's May the 3rd. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of the people out there. Also, it was interesting I got contacted by Finance Monthly in regards to what's my professional opinion on the potential rate hike in May. So I was absolutely, looking forward to responding to that because my response is very, very different to what a lot of people would expect, I suppose, from the interest rate. So here's my quote here talking about this. When the BOE begins to hike interest rates, the main concern I see is the impact this will have on over-indebted consumers. I've been paying close attention to UK unsecured consumer debt, which is currently at all-time highs of more than 200 billion. The annual growth rate in the UK of consumer credit is 10% a year, which is considerably higher than household income growth, only at 2%. So can you only imagine if the interest rate is increased, what this will do? It's going to be one of a very interesting space if this happens. And I believe this should probably be brought up on the FX panel talk show. How is interest rates going to affect the British economy? But also, what does that mean for opportunities for FX traders trading cable? If it does happen, we can see that moving pound back towards that 1.5, 1.6 against the US dollar. And not in a long period of time either, a 6 to 12 months window, we could see that happen quite easily. The pound will strengthen, but what will happen to the average consumer? That is the main risk there. So again, absolutely awesome to be featured by Finance Monthly there. And my last feature since a previous update on the video was Redline Supercars here talking about journey as a director at Samuel Co Trading. Some of the things that we've achieved, and also because obviously Redline are the absolute awesome guys that get me my cars. So talking a little bit more about the cars I bought and how we got involved in that and all the rest of it. So absolutely awesome. Lots of news. But what I want to do today is I want to cover two things. I want to cover first off the Footsie index and kind of what's my viewpoint on the Footsie index and what's going on from a technical analysis and what kind of opportunities that we have arising in the Footsie market at the moment. And then I want to go on about Bitcoin. I want to talk about Bitcoin and see exactly what is going on the technical basis. And also from a fundamental basis, I want to cover both. So I think let's get kick started. Let's go with Footsie to start with. So overall here we're on eSignal, we're on my stock platform here. You can see my stock watch list here, which I've built up over years. I've been looking through these companies for a long time now, looking up their financial statements, looking up kind of the buyer-seller sentiment in the markets. I've been looking up the broker rating, so I know a lot about the businesses that are on here, to say the least. Now, when we look at the FTSE 100 is the 100 top companies that's all listed together, compiling up. Most of that is what you would call non-defensive stocks or cyclical, so to speak. A lot of cyclical stocks are the ones that make up the FTSE 100. Now, we've had a great move up all the way from the start of 2016, making our ways up to around that kind of 7-8 level as the high. And we've had a big sell-off. We've had an absolute massive sell-off coming into play. We've gone from 7-8 all the way down to that 6-9 level, and it's kind of sat around that point at the moment. And I believe the retracement is now going to start coming into play, which will put us in an interesting space. I mean, we're at the moment, when we're looking at this, we've had a sell-off from high to low of just below 12%. So we've had a reasonable amount of selling sentiment come into the market now, and we're starting to see the market now move to the upside. Now, when we're looking at levels on the FTSE works very well with technicals. I mean, if we zoom out here, you can see that we've got it off of this high level around here. Now, rather than drawing singular lines like I've drawn, what you can do is you can do like boxes of resistance and support levels. So all you would do is you'd come along here and you'd have a look at potential support and resistance zones. And this whole area here is a very foggy area in regards to a potential bounce and a buy zone. I mean, here you can see how the markets was hitting this as resistance, and eventually it broke through, and now it's come back down to this area. So theoretically, this should be the first area we should see the market hold and get a potential move to the upside. And again, we've had a 12% sell-off in the market, so I don't see why we wouldn't see a potential rally higher from here. So it's starting to come out of this box now, and looks like we're seeing some sort of buyer sentiment come back in to move the market higher. So for those that are interested, you've got to remember that this is a nice technical level here, coming off of a whole number. Again, traders love whole numbers. It's coming off of that 6-9 level, and I think we've got a solid run up all the way at least to around 7,250 before we see some sort of resistance. You know, getting a breakout of this previous high here before it broke down would mean a strong signal straight all the way back up to that 7.5 level. Break of the 7.5 level will put us back up to that kind of 7.7 level. So that's the FTSE. Absolutely some awesome opportunities on some of the stocks. I mean, today, non-cyclical stocks such as Severn Trent, National Grid, Reckitt Benckiser were some of the biggest movers on the FTSE market today, with Severn Trent up over 5%. And that's been bouncing off of that major low level. If I move the chart over here, you'll see, let's move my face, and we'll move it up top left. Okay. So you can see up here that we've actually had such a strong level of buying coming into play here. I'm actually in here from the 1.7 level. So if we zoom out on this, we can have a stronger reason of why that 1.7 level should hold. You can see here, this is bouncing off of pretty much this previous major low here back in 2014. So, you know, the company is doing fantastic. There's nothing really majorly concerning about the company. So bouncing off this level here, I think that everyone's been so crypto and, you know, these new ICO focus. People forget your bread and butter, your equities, the things that really do move to the upside. And this is one of those things that I think we shouldn't forget about. So Severn Trent, what a great opportunity here we have seen. And what a great buy. I'll keep you updated on my position on this. I'm targeting around 2,000 minimum. I just want to see it break out of this 1,850 region. And that will take out the previous high, and we should see a solid straight run up. It's not too late, I mean, to join in. We saw some absolute great moves as well on some of the others. Let's have a quick look up there. We've got National Grid as well. Load up National Grid here for you. Again, look, it's actually taken out the previous high from this sell-off that it's had. It's down at 805. I mean, this stock is usually absolutely a blinder of a move. And when you zoom out on this, look at how much this moves up. Now, when we look at this, it's always good just to have a quick overview on the percentage moves, and that's why you can see a lot of this going on here. But if we look here at this move, I think it's actually going the wrong way. Yep. So if we look at the sell-off from high to low here on a percentage basis, you can see that this sell-off that happened here was the worst sell-off that we have seen since the overall kind of start of this around 2005, 2006 was a 40% sell-off. Absolute blinder of a sell-off. Now, if we go back and look at highs to low now, and see roughly where we was at. See, we're at around 35%. 40% would be around here. So we're just falling short. The worst sell-off that this stock has ever seen is National Grid. We need electricity. It's a fact. You know, this stock will go back up. I mean, what a great defensive buy. It's a long-term hold. But again, something that people should get excited about. It's nice and easy money. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. So let's move on to Bitcoin. Let's jump over to Bitcoin, have a look at Bitcoin, see what we've got going on there. So let's move my face out the way again. So, I mean, on the 1 hourly time frame, I've got what we call Trade Mate. That is one of my algos. It's just telling me when the tops are triggering out and potential shorts on Bitcoin. I think we need to talk about Bitcoin on a more, you know, scale of what's going on in the news and things like that. And at the moment, what happened is last year there was a massive flip. What's happening in Bitcoin last year? Anything that was negative was kind of brushed under the carpet, and nothing was really spoken about, and nothing really hit the market when it was negative. You know, when there was negative news, just brushed under the carpet. Anything positive, Bitcoin was rallying through the roof off a solid sentiment. It's getting a lot of media coverage. And, you know, the cryptocurrency went and hit 20,000. Now, this year, complete flip story. Now, if there's any good news, it's swept under the carpet and forgotten about. And any negative news, it's then literally tanking Bitcoin at any opportunity that it can. And I believe that the market is clearly showing us that anything that is regulatory or government focused to cryptocurrencies is having a massive effect on the value. And so what that is telling us, I was recently talking in Dubai.
Good morning. Thank you guys for showing up. The regulatory standpoint is getting very strong from the SECs to the FCA across the globe. Yieldcoin is working quite heavily with one of our partners, Digital Compliance, making sure that we're FCA compliant, which means that we are compliant with the UK regulators. They're making sure that we're ahead of the curve and we're above board. It's probably the most important thing that we can do with Yieldcoin.
What I was talking about is that you can see in Dubai, when I was talking about this in Dubai, the exact same issue, that it's all about government and regulatory focus. And until we have some sort of correlation across the globe about regulation of what does it stand as from a regulatory point of view, who can buy it? I mean, the SEC are banning people from investing into ICOs. Israel and those places are taxing this as like property, you know, and it's places getting taxed as commodities, property, capital gains taxes. The world is completely on different flip sides to what they see cryptocurrencies as. And until there is some form of global consensus on the regulatory positions, that is when we'll see growth. So for this year, I generally feel that we're going to see consolidation until the environment is a lot clearer. I mean, there are some great moves forward in advancements of partnerships with new banks for Ripple, for example, like Santander, Coinbase, being able to make e-payments and partnering up with Barclays. You know, this kind of information is absolutely fantastic to see the integrations coming into the closer, business world. But again, it's not getting picked up in the sentiment. So the sentiment is very negative focus right now. And until we have that kind of base knowledge of what is going on, we will be in consolidation. So let's just have a look at what can you expect for Bitcoin. Well, when we look at technicals on this, you can kind of see that the market previously, it topped out obviously at 20,000. But it also bottomed out around this level down here. Now let's just draw some levels on here for you, because I don't believe we are going to go lower than this. Rectangle. Here we go. So I believe this is the floor currently in the market. I don't see us really going any lower than this. And so when we look at this from a pricing point of view, I'd be very surprised if we took out spike lows. So I'm determined to say that we're not really going below this 5.8, 5.9. 6,000 is kind of where I see the floor. So, but again, I don't see us going any higher than as a very extreme, this 11.4. At the moment, I'm in a very strong opinion that I believe that we're going to range between 6.5 and 9,000 in the short term. If anything happens massively negative in regards to regulations, we will be going down to that 6.3, 6.5 level. As long as things stay quiet, we'll probably range between the 8,000 and 10,000 level. But at this moment in time, I really don't see us hitting what a lot of experts are saying. And they are saying that we should be sitting at all-time highs this year. And I just generally don't believe that is the scenario world that we are living in at the moment. I think there's going to be a lot more corrections coming into play. And I think we are going to be range-bound for the rest of this year until we have some sort of clear direction from different continents of where we stand. You've got China that's banning cryptocurrencies, but at the same time, under the rugs, there's rumors that they're going to be opening their own cryptocurrency exchange, which is controversial because they're going to be adding control to this decentralized world. And in the UK, you've got GDPR, which is pulling on privacy statements, meaning that we need to make sure that businesses are more controlling on the privacy of how they contact consumers. And on the flip side, you've got blockchain technology wanting to be more transparent and, really opening up our doorways. So you're pulling on two ends of the spectrums, heavy regulations, no regulations. And the economies are kind of completely in different spaces at the moment, from something super friendly to cryptos, such as Switzerland, and something completely non-crypto friendly, such as the USA. So there's a lot going on at this moment, and I think it's a very interesting space. I would love to hear your comments on what I'm talking about and what you believe my opinion is, and whether or not you agree with me. But this is what I see for the rest of 2018, this range. Unless we have some major correction in news, I don't think anything positive is going to do this for us. It has to be regulatory positive information that comes out, and that's what's got to drive it. I'll keep you updated with all of the news that I'm talking about, Bank of England interest rates, I'm talking about my opinions in the cryptocurrencies with the media, my TED Talk, and also don't forget to register for our May the 3rd event. It's been an absolute pleasure having this quick catch up with you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed my quick roundup on the markets. Have an absolute fantastic week, and I'll catch you all later. See you later.
Welcome to the cryptocurrency newsflash. Bitcoin's price drops below $7,500 today as Twitter's ban takes a toll on the market. Bitcoin's price slid to levels not seen since November 2017. In other news, Germany's National Tourism Centre adds cryptocurrency payments for services. Petra Hedhofer, CEO of the GNTB, stated, "Within our strategy for digitalization, we continuously look at the most recent technologies and trends and see whether they can be implemented into our company." Moving over to the Bank of England is undertaking a proof of concept to understand how the renewed real-time gross settlement service could be capable of interacting with distributed ledger technology, according to the bank's statement. And finally, over in the retail sector, a Japanese luxury car dealership will begin to accept Bitcoin as a payment options from customers using their crypto wallets on the Tokyo-based exchange Bitflyer. In the release notes, Bitflyer stated that users can spend up to 100 million yen, which is around $942,000, via their digital wallet, and Bitcoin purchases can be done by scanning a QR code and will be settled in a few seconds. Fascinating use case right there. That's all from me this week. Let's join Samuel & Co Trading as they head out to Madrid to visit the Madrid team as well as some of their students.
Hello, everyone happy?
Yes.
Glad to be here? Yeah. How's your English? Good? Bad? Okay?
More or less, yeah.
More or less? Everyone? Okay, we've got Alvaro. So Alvaro's going to translate everything I say. But it's great to have you all here. We love coming out to Madrid and seeing all the new faces and everything. I'm Elliot Gwynn. I'm my role at Samuel & Co. I'm like COO, so do all the operations. Support Sam from like the manager and the whole company aspect. Also a senior trader and one of the senior teachers. At the moment I'm taking a sort of a step back from teaching. I'm only sort of helping out here with Madrid. The aim is to train our students, train them up to become good traders and then invest in them. Show them that we have faith in you, we want you to prove that you can trade the financial markets. Not everyone has a substantial amount of capital to start with. So we allocate our traders different funds. So in total, our traders at the moment, students we've taught, so not including the senior traders, are trading over around $1.5 million US dollars. We're also a big fan of algorithms. A couple of examples of this is Cluster and TradeMate. So they'll give you alerts into the markets, and then they'll also tell you when to exit the market. We also then have fully automated algorithms such as Fusion Pro Index, and a new one to be released, which is currently called Beast Mode. It's a great name, but it'll probably change its name. And the difference is here, these will actually enter the market for you. They'll place the trades, they'll manage your positions, and then they'll exit as well. So it's great. You can make, don't even have to be at your computer, and it's making you money, making money whilst you sleep. You wake up in the morning, you check, you've had a few positions. Yeah, it's really good. But again, with algorithms, they take a long time to develop. You have to test them, back test them, optimize them. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and a lot of them are rubbish. You can make 200 and only one will be good. So it's a lot of work, but when you get it right, it's great. And Fusion is definitely like our flagship. It's doing really well. So it's up over 50% since we started in November 2016. So it's been running live. That's on low risk. Some people that have been running on high risk are up over 200%. And Beast Mode, our new algorithm, which we started in September, that's up 55% to date. So it just not even 6 months, and it's up over 55%. And that's using Fusion and the new algo. And then mentoring, so just like, going over their trades and stuff like that. So, and the great thing is when you're a trader, a Samuel Pro, you get this support, ongoing support. So, you can always talk to myself, Adrian, any other of the senior of the team, and we're more than happy to review your trades and help you. Because obviously, when you're trading our funds, the better you do, the better for you, the better for us.
The objective of the book is not to teach you how to trade, okay? It's to discuss these 9 components that are going to elevate you to be better traders. You cannot control or influence the market. You cannot. You can only develop your skill set. Focus on your trade, each and every trade. Focus on each trade, that's what you need to do. For the novice, the lure of making money is what gets people into trading, usually. They see the lifestyle. They want to be a millionaire, they want the holidays, the house, the dream car, they want all of that. But they don't get it from their normal job. The trouble is with this, you're focusing on the money. I understand the dream, but forget about the dream right now. Focus on the trading. That's the important part. Learning a bit of information and then making more money than you would do in a normal 9-to-5 job. 87% of the world's population don't like working 9-to-5.
You feel a way about me. You feel a way. You feel a way about me. You feel a way. You feel a way about me. You feel a way. You feel a way about